Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Travis, and I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and garden in Zone 6B. And here is this week's garden tour. We'll start up here in the front today. Sorry for the traffic. My goal today in this garden is to get all of this the weeds out. As you can see, that lovely creeping Charlie is just taking over every garden. So that's my biggest weed there, weed problem. And then of course, this privet hedge that comes up here, there, and everywhere. So anyway, that is my job today, and I will get in here with fresh mulch and lay. But of course we have the Annabelle hydrangeas. Alright, let's look at the front side. It's a beautiful morning here in Louisville. And the temperatures are just right now. So here is the coleus that we started from seed. And I should have got out here yesterday morning. It was a nice cloudy day, and I just think the colors on things are a little bit better on a cloudy day. The hostas here were added about a month ago from my mom's garden. Here on the edge we have the lamb's ear. And here is that banana and cream daisy. Not sure what's going on with the bloom there. I don't know if something's eating it or what's going on. What is new or going on in this garden? This is a fire and ice hydrangea, I believe, and it is just setting its bud. It's going to look absolutely fantastic. A Weigela there. And two new plantings last weekend. There is one of the purple phlox, and then the other one here. I think that phlox is going to look really good with that miscanthus grass when the phlox fills in and gets bigger. Trying to get my shadow out of there, you guys. Sorry. This is a butterfly bush. It's getting ready to bloom. So if you're new to my channel, this whole little strip here in between mine and my neighbor's property here used to be a big wall of trees and vines and privet hedge, you name it. So last spring, this is what I worked on, and this was a solid wall. So that was a huge chore last year. Got it all done, all on my own. I just started and then just kept going. I did have some help. My grandpa come out and cut down some of the trees. I decided to keep these maples. But it is still a chore because I have to get in here every so often and cut down that privet hedge and everything like pokeweed there. So it would be ideal if I had somebody to come in and either cut all the stumps down all the way to the ground, or have some kind of machinery in here to chop all this out and rip all this out. You can see the big stumps there. There's one of the big trees that were cut. But either way, it looks a lot better than it did. And of course, I'm just gonna make this a little flower bed berm. So yeah. Another task today or this weekend is to get my arbor up. And I am kicking myself, you guys, because I had some hyacinth bean vine seeds and I've lost them. I can't find them anywhere. So that's what I was going to grow on that arbor this year, was the hyacinth bean vine. Here is that dwarf butterfly bush, the white one. I have a bad feeling we're going to have some background noise, you guys. I guess I'm a little late this morning getting out here. Blue salvia, blue Victoria salvia. I know I sound like a broken record every video, but I added some. I went back to the garden center and got more, and I'm really liking how it looks with the Russian sage and blue salvia. So it's just kind of repeated, and the blue salvia will get bigger and fill in, so I have a nice drift of blue through there. Marigolds. These are the French marigolds, and they will get big and bushy too. Of course, the lamb's ear on the edge. The purple aster, which will bloom in the fall. I don't know if you guys can see this on the video very well, but the Russian sage is starting to bloom. You can get that nice purple color. And I love this upright variety. There are some that kind of sprawl out and get crazy, but I'm really liking this structure. And the two on this end are new. That one's new, and this one is new. And I still haven't planted it yet. So that's why those are a little bit shorter, but they'll catch up. I have more Russian sage here in this circle garden, I call it. Also have blue Victoria salvia planted all around this. And then I think, are these cannas? Correct me if I'm wrong. I get the cannas, callas, and all that mixed up sometimes. So I think these are the cannas. And I'm probably going to replant or remove these, because I was hoping they was going to get taller than that, because I really wanted a centerpiece here in the middle of the blue Russian sage and salvia. I am liking the red for something different with the blue, but I was really hoping they was going to get taller. And we got the neighbor mowing now, so this is going to be a lovely video. Oh well, I gotta do it when I can do it. French marigolds, red orange, love that color with the blue salvia. And this color up here, you guys, will last me all the way till November or a really hard frost. I've got some the HS date dahlias in there too. I think I mentioned that in the last video, but they take some time to take off. So probably end of July they should show. Okay, another task at hand this weekend, and I hate to do it, but I just don't want these growing over my windows. These are the Limelight hydrangeas, and they will start blooming sometime in July. But the good thing about this kind of Limelight is you can pretty much cut it any time of the season, and you're not going to cut off your blooms. So I could go in right now and cut it right here, just to the window. Oh, there's a bird nest in this crepe myrtle, and she don't like me coming around here. But I'm going to cut these back, see how tall they're getting. There's the window. So yeah, I'm going to clean these up this weekend, give me a little bit more structure. And the nice thing is I'm not going to cut off my blooms. So one of my favorite hydrangeas is the Limelights. Of course, these spireas. And I really should have paid attention to those tag information. And I know I said this before, but see how large the spireas have gotten. They're coming over the sidewalk. This one's growing into the barberry. So I should have looked at that maturity size on the tag and space these out a little more away from the sidewalk. Y'all, I got bird's nests everywhere. I got one in this rose bush. I don't know if you guys can see that. I've got one in here. I don't think there's any babies yet. Nope. Let's see, can you guys see that? It's got a lot of babies in that one. And then I also have one on the back door by the porch light. Another coleus in here. I'm not getting your babies. There's Mama right there. Another task at hand this weekend is to cut these little shoots off of here, because I really like the look where they limb up the crepe myrtles. Really like that bark. And I'm going to keep going because I don't want her mad at me. More coleus in here. Got a dahlia in there that come back from last year. In here I planted a variety of sunflowers. I think they are a branching sunflower, and obviously they're not going to get tall, or I wouldn't have put them in the middle of this bed here. But that should fill in with that, and I think this is incredible hydrangea. Looking fantastic. I actually wish I would have just planted these along the side of the house. And some glads in here. David Austin Rose. This little cluster of hollyhocks is looking pretty good. Also going to come in here this weekend and cut back the salvia. hopefully I'll get some new blooms. I need to add a little bit more water to this fountain. Still waiting on my next paycheck to get some more dirt, but I was able to fill these whiskey barrels up. And then I just stuck the Super Tunia Proven Winners white. And I think this is a Super Bells purple. Here is the Balsam. So that'll get pink and different shades of pink flowers on it, and it just comes up here, there, and everywhere. I will tell you, you plant it once, you're gonna have it forever. So, but I think this is one of the first flowers that my grandma gave me when I was a kid, and the seed heads on it, if you pinch them, they kind of twist out, and the seeds go everywhere, which is probably why they come up here, there, and everywhere. That was actually one of my first flowers I got to have in my garden as a kid. Oh boy. Not sure how this video is going to be, you guys, with all the noise. Purple salvia. Lantana. And these mauve colored daylilies are starting to bloom this week. The burgundy plant here is Perilla. I grew this from seed, or just tossed the seed in here last year, and it didn't do much last year, but it is finally filling in a little bit. I really like that burgundy next to the lamb's ear. Yellow daylilies here. Probably next week they'll be blooming. Got some blue spiderwort in there and cosmos coming up. I don't know if you guys can see those. Tiger lily. It's in bloom. And my favorite coneflower, the white. The phlox just getting ready to set its bloom. And I edged the border of this garden this week, so that looks a lot better. Some zinnias coming up in here. And then I still need to come in here when I get the money and lay some mulch down. So the mulch will go over this cardboard.